Welcome friends. In this video on compass surveying, we'll see the definition of magnetic declination, then we'll see what are the prismatic compass and surveyor's compass, we'll also discuss how to suspect or find the local attraction. Till now we have discussed the introductory part of this chapter. In that we have discussed the definition of meridian. Meridian means reference line used for measurement of bearing. Okay. After that we have discussed the definitions of bearing, angle. We have discussed what is the difference between angle and bearing. We have also discussed the types of bearing. There are three types of bearing: magnetic bearing, true bearing, and arbitrary bearing. Then we have discussed regarding the measurements of systems of measurements of bearing. First system was core circle bearing, and the second, that was quadrantal bearing. After this we have discussed regarding the measurement of fore bearing of line and back bearing of line. Then we have discussed how to calculate fore bearing if back bearing of line is given, or the vice versa case, in which back bearing will be given and we have to find out fore bearing. At the last in the last video we have discussed local attraction as well. So local attraction, it means it is error arised due to external magnetic field. Okay. Error arised in the magnetic needle due to external magnetic field, that is local attraction. Today we'll discuss the next part of chapter. In that we'll start with the definition of magnetic declination. Now let's see what is magnetic declination. We know that Earth is spherical in shape. Like this. This part of Earth, this direction of Earth is denoted by north, which is called as geographic north, whereas this direction is treated as south. This is east and this is west. These are the directions based on geography of Earth, or the spheroid or geoid of the Earth. Okay, we know that if any magnetic needle is kept free in the space, it shows north-south direction. North-south direction. Okay. Now this is geographic north, and this north shown by magnetic needle will call this represent like this. The magnetic needle shows north-south direction when it is freely suspended in air. So this north shown by magnetic needle is called as magnetic north, whereas this north direction according to the surface of earth is called as true north or geographic north. Okay, so on any point on earth, the position of true north can be found out. We can determine this position of true north at any point on earth. Okay, but if suppose we have kept magnetic needle on same point, it will point towards north and south direction, magnetic north and magnetic south. In this case, what happens is this magnetic needle may show magnetic north in the other direction than true north. So if suppose this is position of true north, then magnetic needle may show magnetic north in this direction. Okay, so this is the angle between true north and magnetic north. So this angle between true north and magnetic north at that point will be called as magnetic declination of the point. Okay, now this magnetic north is on eastward side of true north, so this magnetic declination will be represented as theta degree east. Okay, if magnetic declination, that is magnetic north, lies on this side of true north, then this angle will be theta and the declination will be denoted as theta degree west, because the magnetic north is on west side of true north. So this is how the representation of magnetic declination is done. So how will you define the magnetic declination then? Angle between true north and magnetic north at any point is called magnetic declination. Okay. So this is the definition of magnetic declination. Many times the question is asked on this to define magnetic declination. So you should write this definition. First of all, we should understand what is magnetic declination, so that we will not forget the definition. Now the next point we'll quickly revise what is local attraction. In compass surveying, when we are measuring bearings of lines with compass, this magnetic needle which shows north-south direction if this is brought into magnetic field of some other material or that may be knowingly or unknowingly. So in such cases this magnetic needle shows the north-south direction with some error, or it have some error due to external magnetic field. So that error due to external magnetic field, error arised due to external magnetic field, that is called as local attraction. Okay, it means that whenever there is local attraction in the line or at the point, the bearing calculated with such compass will be having some error. So such measurements are not useful for us. If the error is lesser, then we may eliminate that error by calculation. If the error is too large, then we have to repeat the measurement. So let's see how to find the error between the bearings. If suppose this is line AB, we have measured core bearing of line which was 40 degree. We have also measured back bearing of one line AB which was 219 degree 30 minute. Okay, so now how will you find out that this line is having error due to local attraction? So in order to find out the error due to local attraction, what we will do, will use basic relation between core bearing and back bearing. We know that core bearing plus or minus 180 should be equal to back bearing. Now let's check is this condition is getting satisfied here or not. So core bearing is 40 degree plus or minus, so here of course it will be plus, so 40 degree plus 180 will be equal to back bearing which is 219 degree 30 minute. So let's check out, this will be 220 degree. Now here the back bearing is given as 219 degree 30 minute, so this condition is not getting satisfied. So it means that this line is having local attraction at either A or B. Now to find out the station at which this local attraction is, the error due to local attraction is arised, we require some more measurement from A and B. So if this is traverse, then we'll check the readings of traverse at the next line. Okay, now suppose this is B, this is C, this is E. So if EA line is having no error, it means the fore bearing and back bearing of EA line is satisfying this condition. So it means that EA, both the points are not having any error due to local attraction. Okay, it is clear. We are interested in finding out which station is affected due to local attraction out of these two. Okay, now we'll check the condition of forebearing and back bearing for line BC. If we found that this line BC is not satisfying condition due to condition of forebearing and back bearing, in such case we'll come to know that the error due to local attraction is at point B. Okay, so this is how we'll find out the error due to local attraction. Now we'll see prismatic compass and surveyor compass. These are two types of compass which are generally used on the site work for measurement of bearing. Now we'll see these two types in the pattern of differentiation. So this prismatic compass is used to calculate whole circle bearing of line, whereas the surveyor compass is used to calculate quadrantal bearing of line. Second point, we can see that this prismatic compass is having prism attached to it for taking a reading while bisecting. Okay, this surveyor compass don't have any prism. Okay, as we can, the third point will be, as we can simultaneously take readings with bisection this prismatic compass can be used without stand. Okay, so we can operate this prismatic compass by keeping it in hand also. This surveyor compass compulsory require stand. It requires stand compulsorily. Okay, this is the next difference between prismatic compass and surveyor compass. Now the next point will be the prismatic compass gives reading from 0 degree to 360 degree, whereas the surveyor compass gives reading from 0 degree to 90 degree. We know this because we have learned the two basic quadrantal systems, that is whole circle bearing measurement and quadrantal bearing measurement. So this is how the differentiation between prismatic compass and surveyor compass is done. Simultaneously, we have discussed regarding the points of prismatic compass as well as surveyor compass. So we'll cover the next part of this chapter in next video. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see the